Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So we are currently on day 5 of being in a total lockdown in South Africa. I just want everyone to remember that you are not stuck at home, you are safe at home. By practicing social distancing, you are keeping everybody safe around you as well as yourself. I know it can be so boring being at home sometimes, but just remember that you are keeping everybody else safe. And I know we all probably miss our friends and family. I know I do. So yeah, it's been just as hard for me as it probably has for you. But today I am going to show you guys how I achieve this look. This is a winter autumn glam kind of look. I feel like we are getting closer to our autumn months now, and my skin has become very dry, so the drier it gets, the more I think of autumn and winter. That's just my association. Before we get into anything, please will you guys go and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So without further ado, if you guys want to see how I achieve this makeup look, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my primer, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is probably one of the best primers I have purchased to date. It feels so good on the skin. It smells amazing as well. I've really enjoyed having this primer, and unfortunately it is starting to finish, which I'm a bit sad about, but it's okay. I'll hopefully get a chance to buy a new one soon. Next, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to take my finger and just put it basically all over my face. And then I'm also just going to take my Fenty Beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna buff all of that in. And the shade that I use for that foundation is 180. So next I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I know I used this in my last video, but this is probably the best concealer that I've ever bought. I've tried the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealers, and they are just not as hydrating as these ones. So this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour Concealers. And I'm also just placing that concealer in the places where I feel like I need a bit more coverage. Okay, and next I am going to be using my Huda Beauty Tan Tour Contour and Bronzing Cream. And I'm using the shade Fair. And I'm just going to take a round concealer brush. This is from Urban Decay and the reference number is F112. And I'm just going to dip it into that cream contour, and I'm going to carve out my face. Next, I'm going to be using a cream blush, and this is the LA Girl Velvet Blush, and this is in the shade called Velour. And the way I put my cream blush on is I take a foundation brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and it's called the Expert Face Brush. And what I do is I just put a little bit on the brush, like that. And I just lightly tap it on my cheeks. Just to create some youthfulness. And yeah, unfortunately sometimes I tend to put a bit much of this stuff on. I think it can sometimes look so beautiful when girls have like a lot of blush on. Obviously I don't want to do that too much. I already have rosy cheeks as it is, so I don't want to put too much on. Next, I'm going to put on some translucent powder just to set everything in place. So I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And the first thing that I do is I take my Real Techniques setting brush, and I will put a bit on that brush, and I will put it under my eyes and wherever I put on the concealer. I find that using a smaller brush just sets it better than using a bigger brush. No shiny chin, no shiny chin. I don't like shiny chin. And then after I do that, I take a big fluffy brush, dip it in there, and I do the rest of my face. I'm patting very lightly on my face, obviously because we are literally just setting it and we're not trying to rub any of that foundation off. Next, I'm going to do my brows. So I have different ways of doing my brows. This will be the second way that I'm going to show you guys how I do my brows. You can go and watch how I did my first brow routine in my first video. So basically what I do is I brush up these brow hairs because they're a bit crazy at the moment. Oh yeah, before I carry on, I just want to point out something to everybody in case people are a bit confused. Yes, I do have different colored eyelashes. This side is black and this side is white. I was born that way. I have dyed them before. I tinted them black. And honestly, I didn't like it that much. I felt like it took away my uniqueness. There is a biological explanation, but I can't explain it because I don't remember. My biology teacher explained it to me once because I asked her like what happened. And she said it was something to do with my DNA that like split, or I don't know, something like that. I do have different colored eyelashes. In my eyebrows, you can also see where it is. So this side is a lot blonder on the tail than this side, as you can see. And then in my hair as well, this side is a lot lighter than the side. And I'm not going to show you, but it's also on my stomach. Like there's like a little half of my stomach that is a bit darker than the other. It looks a bit more like a birthmark. Yeah, so that's little unique me. Just something for you guys to know about. And no, I did not just put mascara on the one eye and forget to put it on the other. Just saying. So the next step in my brow routine, I'm going to take the Benefit 3D brow tones in the shade 4. And it looks like this, and all I do is I just lightly brush it through my brows to get some of that brow gel onto the brows. I find that this is a more natural way that I do my brows. I do still fill them in, but I find that this way you can see the hairs a lot better. Next, what I do is I go in with my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade 3. And I just fill in the areas where I feel like it's a bit sparse. And then when I'm done with that, I literally just go and brush through my brows again with a spoolie. And that is how I do my natural brows. I do like this method a lot more than the one that I did in my first video, although I can do both. Usually I would do the first method for when I am going to have a long night out at the club or on a jewel. This is probably more daytime brows for me, and I hope this is a nice method if you guys are looking for a new way to do your brows. Okay, and next I am going to be doing my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. And it looks like this. And the first color that I'm going to go in with is this pinky shade over here. And I'm going to use that as a transition color. Next, I'm going to go in with this brown shade on the side over here. And I'm going to also put that in my crease. Next, I'm going to go in with this purplish brownish color. And at first I am putting it on very lightly because this is a very different color from what I was putting in my crease as transition colors. And I'm just going to keep on building that mauvish color up. Next, I'm going to be taking this shade down here. It is a brownish kind of shade, and I think I might be mixing it in with this one as well. I think I'm going to mix the two of them together. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting it along my lash line and into that outer corner as well. And next, I think I'm going to mix this bronzy color and this champagne-y pink kind of color. And I'm just going to mix those two together and apply them onto my lid. And on my bottom lashes, I'm just going to be applying those two colors together and just going as close to my lash line as possible. And next I'm going to be going in with a MAC eyeliner, and this is in the shade Photogravure. Oh my word, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it is a brown eyeliner. And next I'm going to go in with my mascara with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara, and the wand looks like this. And that is the eye look so far. I really love that mascara because it can give you a very natural looking lash, which is very, very pretty. And next I'm going to go in with my bronzer. I'm using the MAC bronzing powder in Refined Golden. And I'm just using a big angled brush to apply that on my skin. Next, I'm going to highlight my face, so I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter. This palette was unfortunately limited edition, so you can't find it anymore, but any color that is similar to this you can use. So I'm going to be using this color called Side Piece, and I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks and anywhere where I want to be a bit more highlighted. So I am quickly going to go and put on my lashes. I'm going to be using the Velour Accents in number 3, and I will be right back. Okay, now that my lashes are on and my lashes look a bit more fuller, I am going to move on to lips. Okay, so what I'm first going to do with my lips is I'm going to line them with my MAC lip liner in Soar. Then I'm going to take a Maybelline lipstick. This is the color Velvet Beige. And then I'm going to take my favorite lip gloss. This is a Catrice Cosmetics Volumizing Lip Booster in the shade Nuts About Mary. And I'm just going to put that over the lipstick. Lastly, I'm going to be setting my face with a setting spray. So I'm going to be using the Rimmel Insta Fix and Glow 2-in-1 Primer and Setting Spray. And there you have it. This is the final look. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. This is a very smoky, full look, and I'm very, very happy with it. I am linking all the products down below where you can find them in South Africa and where I've found them in the past. Some of them I don't think you can find in South Africa, but I will try my best to look for a link for you guys. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please leave a comment down below if you guys have any suggestions of what you would want to see in my videos. If you want more colorful looks, if you want me to try some extravagant stuff, I think I can attempt it. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.